Have you ever stood in your kitchen in the morning, holding a slice of bread, and wondering if the foods you eat every day might be quietly affecting your kidneys without you even realizing it? For millions of people, bread is one of the most normal, harmless parts of daily life. Toast for breakfast, a sandwich at lunch, maybe another slice with dinner. But what most people don't realize is that some types of bread can slowly overload your kidneys with sodium phosphorus and hidden additives that force them to work harder than they should, especially if your kidneys are already under stress. And here's the part that concerns me the most. Kidney damage rarely announces itself with pain in the early stages. Many people continue eating the same foods every day completely unaware that their kidneys are gradually losing the ability to filter waste properly. By the time symptoms appear, fatigue, swelling, rising blood pressure, the kidneys may already be struggling. That's why something as simple as the type of bread you choose can matter far more than most people think. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 types of bread that can actually fit into a kidney-friendly diet, helping support digestion, reduce toxin buildup in the blood, and ease the workload on your kidneys. The truth is, you don't have to give up bread completely to protect your health, but choosing the right kind can make a real difference over time. And make sure you stay with me until the end, because the last bread on this list is one that millions of Americans already eat every day, yet very few people realize how surprisingly helpful it can be for people trying to protect their kidney health. Once you understand how these breads affect your body, grocery shopping will never look the same again. Now that we've talked about how everyday foods can quietly influence kidney health, let's begin with a bread that often gets misunderstood: whole grain or whole wheat bread. Many people assume bread is automatically bad for the kidneys, but that assumption misses an important detail. When bread is made from true whole grains, it still contains the bran germ and endosperm of the grain, and that combination delivers something your kidneys indirectly rely on every single day: fiber. Fiber helps your digestive system move waste out of the body more efficiently, which means fewer toxins remain circulating in the bloodstream. And when fewer toxins are present in the blood, your kidneys don't have to work nearly as hard to filter them out. I remember a patient who once told me he stopped eating bread entirely after hearing that it could damage the kidneys. He replaced it with highly processed snacks that were actually worse for his metabolism. When we reviewed his diet together, the solution wasn't eliminating bread, it was choosing the right kind. After switching to a genuine 100% whole grain loaf, something changed. His digestion improved, his blood sugar swings became more stable, and over time he felt more energetic simply because his body was processing waste more efficiently. Research backs this up. Nutrition studies referenced by kidney health organizations have found that diets higher in dietary fiber are associated with improved gut health and lower levels of circulating toxins, which can indirectly reduce the filtration burden placed on the kidneys. But here's where many people unknowingly make a mistake in the grocery store. Labels like multigrain stone ground or even wheat bread can still contain mostly refined flour. The safest way to choose is simple: look for bread where the first ingredient says 100% whole wheat or 100% whole grain. That small detail can make a big difference over time. But knowing this alone isn't enough, because there's another type of bread many people switch to when digestion becomes uncomfortable. And depending on how you choose it, it can either support your kidneys or quietly place even more stress on them. But digestion itself is another piece of the puzzle that many people overlook, and that brings us to the second bread option that often enters the conversation: gluten-free bread. For some people, traditional bread can trigger bloating, stomach discomfort, or a feeling of heaviness after eating. While that might seem like just a digestive annoyance, poor digestion can actually have a ripple effect throughout the body. When food isn't broken down efficiently, waste products can remain in the digestive tract longer, increasing the amount of toxins that eventually circulate through the bloodstream, forcing the kidneys to filter more than they should. This is why gluten-free bread has become a helpful alternative for many people, especially those who are sensitive to gluten. Instead of wheat, these breads are often made from grains like rice, quinoa, buckwheat, or amaranth, ingredients that are naturally gluten-free and generally easier for the body to process. I once spoke with a viewer who said she constantly felt sluggish after eating regular bread, especially in the afternoon. She assumed it was simply fatigue, But after switching to a simpler gluten-free loaf, made primarily from rice and quinoa flour, she noticed something surprising. Her digestion felt lighter, her energy stayed more stable, and she no longer experienced the same uncomfortable bloating after meals. There is also scientific reasoning behind this. Research in digestive health has shown that when the gut functions more efficiently, the body is better able to eliminate waste before it enters circulation. A healthier digestive system means fewer toxins reaching the bloodstream, which in turn reduces the filtration burden placed on the kidneys. However, this is where many people unknowingly make a mistake. To improve taste and texture, some gluten-free breads contain higher levels of sodium, phosphorus additives, or even potassium salts. For individuals with kidney concerns, those hidden ingredients can quietly increase strain on already sensitive kidneys. That's why the safest approach is to choose gluten-free bread with short ingredient lists and lower sodium levels, rather than trusting the label on the front of the package. But knowing this alone isn't enough, because there is another type of bread that many nutrition experts consider even more powerful for digestion, and it begins with a fascinating process that happens when grains start to sprout. And this brings us to a type of bread that many nutrition experts quietly place at the top of the list when it comes to digestion and metabolic health: sprouted grain bread. At first glance, it may look similar to regular whole grain bread, but what happens before the bread is even baked makes a remarkable difference. The grains used in sprouted bread are soaked in water until they begin to germinate. This simple natural process activates enzymes inside the grain, breaking down compounds that normally make grains harder for the body to digest. In other words, the nutrients inside the grain become more accessible, and the body spends less energy trying to process them. I once spoke with a man in his late 50s who had struggled for years with digestive discomfort and fluctuating blood sugar levels. He loved bread, but noticed that every time he ate conventional loaves, he felt sluggish afterward. When he experimented with sprouted grain bread, something changed almost immediately. He told me his digestion felt smoother, he stayed full longer, and he didn't experience the same afternoon energy crash. What surprised him most was that he wasn't eating less bread, he was simply eating a different kind of bread that his body could handle more efficiently. There's strong scientific reasoning behind this effect. Research published in nutrition journals has shown that sprouting reduces anti-nutrients such as phytates, compounds that can block the absorption of important minerals. When those anti-nutrients are reduced, the body can absorb nutrients like magnesium, zinc, and iron more effectively. At the same time, sprouted grains often contain higher levels of fiber plant protein and antioxidants, all of which support metabolic balance and help reduce chronic inflammation. Two factors closely connected to long-term kidney health. In simple terms, when digestion becomes more efficient and inflammation is kept under control, the kidneys face less metabolic stress over time. That's why sprouted grain bread is often considered a smarter choice for people who want nutrient-dense food without placing unnecessary strain on their bodies. But understanding sprouted grains is only part of the story, because there's another bread that works in a completely different way through fermentation, and the science behind it might surprise you. And this leads us to another type of bread that works in a completely different way: sourdough bread. Unlike most modern breads that rely on fast commercial yeast, sourdough is made through a slow, natural fermentation process using wild yeast and beneficial bacteria. This slower process does something remarkable inside the dough before it ever reaches your plate. During fermentation, some of the gluten is partially broken down, and certain carbohydrates known as FODMAPs, which many people struggle to digest, are reduced. The result is a bread that many people find significantly easier on the stomach. I once spoke with a viewer who told me she loved bread, but often felt bloated and uncomfortable afterward. She assumed bread simply didn't agree with her body anymore. But when she tried switching to traditional sourdough from a local bakery, something unexpected happened. The same sandwiches she once avoided suddenly felt lighter and easier to digest. Her stomach discomfort faded, and she no longer experienced the heavy feelings she associated with regular bread. What changed wasn't the amount of bread she ate, it was the fermentation process behind it. Science explains why this happens. Studies on sourdough fermentation show that the natural bacteria involved in the process help break down complex carbohydrates and partially degrade gluten, making the bread easier for many digestive systems to handle. At the same time, fermentation can support the balance of beneficial gut bacteria. And a healthier gut plays a bigger role in kidney health than many people realize because better digestion means fewer metabolic toxins entering the bloodstream, which ultimately reduces the filtration workload placed on the kidneys. Interestingly, for some people with chronic kidney disease, white sourdough bread can sometimes be more kidney-friendly than whole grain sourdough because it may contain lower levels of phosphorus and potassium. But the key is choosing traditional sourdough with simple ingredients, usually just flour, water, salt, and starter, while avoiding versions packed with sodium or additives. But even this isn't the full picture, because there's one more type of bread that surprises many people when it comes to kidney diets, and it might already be sitting in your kitchen right now. And that brings us to the final bread on this list, and honestly, it's the one that surprises most people: white bread. For years, many kidney patients were told that white bread was actually the safer option. That sounds strange today, especially when we hear so much about the benefits of whole grains. But the reason behind this recommendation had to do with minerals that weakened kidneys struggle to remove efficiently, particularly phosphorus and potassium. Compared with many whole grain breads, traditional white bread tends to contain lower amounts of these minerals, which meant it placed less immediate stress on the kidneys for people with chronic kidney disease. I remember speaking with a retired teacher who had recently been diagnosed with early-stage kidney disease. He was shocked when his dietitian told him that a simple slice of white bread could still fit into his diet. For years, he had believed white bread was automatically unhealthy, so he avoided it completely. But when he learned that moderation and mineral balance mattered more than strict food rules, it helped him feel less restricted and more confident about managing his diet long-term. However, the conversation around white bread has evolved over the past decade. While it may be lower in certain minerals, it also contains far less fiber, fewer antioxidants, and fewer natural nutrients than whole grain or sprouted breads. Fiber, as we discussed earlier, plays a key role in supporting digestion and helping the body eliminate waste efficiently. Without enough fiber in the diet, toxins can linger longer in the bloodstream, which ultimately forces the kidneys to work harder. So the real takeaway here isn't that white bread is good or bad. The real lesson is balance and smart choices. If you enjoy white bread, it can still be part of a kidney-conscious diet, especially when you choose versions with lower sodium, minimal added sugar, and no phosphate additives, and keep portions reasonable. But understanding which bread to eat is only part of protecting your kidneys, because there is one overlooked habit, something many people do every single day, that can quietly determine whether the kidneys stay healthy or slowly begin to decline. At the end of the day, protecting your kidneys doesn't always require dramatic changes or complicated diets. Sometimes the most powerful improvements come from the small choices you make every day, like the type of bread you place on your plate. As we've seen in this video, whole grain bread can support digestion through fiber. Gluten-free options may help people with sensitive digestion. Sprouted grain bread improves nutrient absorption. Sourdough fermentation can make bread easier for the body to process. And even white bread can still fit into a kidney-conscious diet when it's chosen carefully and eaten in moderation. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness and balance, because when you begin paying attention to ingredient sodium levels and portion sizes, you give your kidneys a much better environment to do their job. If this video helped you understand kidney-friendly food choices a little more clearly, I encourage you to save this video so you can come back to it the next time you're standing in the grocery store wondering which bread is the better option. And if you care about protecting your kidney health or supporting someone you love who may be dealing with kidney concerns, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Every week we share simple, practical medical insights designed to help you understand your body better and make smarter choices for long-term health. Most importantly, remember that your kidneys are incredibly resilient organs. With the right habits, balanced nutrition, and a little knowledge, many people can support their kidney function for years to come. Take care of your health, stay curious about what you put on your plate, and I'll see you in the next video.